It's like a Polaroid love 사랑 촌스러운 그 감정.
Time right now is 7:51 a.m. and we are on our way to Tokyo Disney. I'm not a morning person, but I was filled with energy.
入ります。危ないですから黄色い点字ブロックまでお下がりください。Your attention please. The local train.
We shouldn't have came on a Saturday, but we got no better choice for the booking. So what's worse was it was during Christmas season. Anyways, for this part, I have to play the original sound of the clip so that you can feel how freaking windy it was. We decided to walk from the station to the park instead to save a couple bucks. Finally, it's Tokyo Disney Sea! I haven't been to either of the parks in Tokyo, and I have valid reasons why I chose Disney Sea over land. As you all who have been following me here since my exchange era in South Korea would know, I'm a huge NCT stan, and some of them back in SM Rookies era had been here before. So this place naturally means a lot to me as a seasonee. I mean, of course, besides this is the only Disney Sea in this world, and that my name is Ariel. Of course, I have to be home, you know? Just a disclaimer, we didn't get to ride too many rides due to how busy it was. So this is mostly about what the park is like and for my record only. Alright, first off, we came to the area of Mysterious Island. I wanted to ride the Journey to the Center of the Earth, but the queue was so long. And we didn't want to go on such a thrilling ride for our first stop, so yeah, we went to the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea instead. What I like about Disney is that even for the waiting area, you can have a lot of fun just from looking at the decorations and whatnot. And to be honest, this is not a ride that I would usually consider to ride. Oh, ganda. Okay, the next stop, we went to the Mermaid Lagoon. So practically that's Ariel's castle. So I'm home! Yay! I'm home! From what I know, Mermaid Lagoon is the only area in Tokyo Disney Sea that is covered. So naturally, we spent the most time in this area because it was just so windy out there and it's so pretty inside. So we spent quite some time taking pictures. Honestly, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like this is a mermaid world in real life. Honestly, this trip is about doing something that I usually don't. Whenever I go to a theme park or amusement park, I go for the rides, not for aesthetic photos or photos in general. But yeah, I guess doing something different this time was also fun. Like, Donald Duck is so cute! Last time I took a picture with a Disney cast member was probably back when I was 10, 11 years old. What a shame that it was still under COVID regulations at that time, so the actual playground part was not open to public, or else I feel like I would have been part of it already. But yeah, it was still a pretty cool area to be in. I can tell that baby Ariel would have been very impressed by this. Like, this whole area is giving part of the world. As someone who loves The Little Mermaid, this is like a dream. I'm actually not sure what this is. I just followed whatever the kids in front of us were doing. It's kind of hilarious, eh?
你知咩似咩？你似飲醉酒。
因為打身身。
喺邊啊 ？Eric 咧？
There we go, it's Prince Eric. After I found my prince, we moved on to the Arabian coast. Funny how we traveled from a underwater world to a desert with just a few steps. I think they got different flavors of popcorn in each area, and for Arabian coast, it is curry. Dude, it smells so good, but it doesn't taste as good. I've never been to the Arabian Peninsula, but I feel like this is it. It has its own aesthetic in terms of architecture and culture, which I liked it a lot. It's pretty, isn't it? As I said before, we literally went to every single attraction that had a short queue. So here we are at the Magic Lamp Theater. It's actually a pretty interesting show to watch because it's a live action performance with 3D screening, which I don't recall I've seen any before. We saw the flying carpet and carousel when we came out, but we skipped it because those were for kids, and yet we went on to the Sinbad storybook voyage right away because there was zero queue time. Can't blame us on that, right? And we only found out that it was a boat ride attraction after we went in. And as you can tell from the previous vlog in Japan, of course we said something about these boat rides.
呢個根本就係阿拉伯版本嘅小小世界。好高聽。
集まってくれたぞ。さあみんな。
我其實有個只不過佢唔係唱小小世界咁解。喂，但係佢啲公仔喐得高 quality 過小小世界好多。都細個太多。所以我做緊我喺香港小小世界。小小世界啲 friend 咧都係排10蚊。哦，咁啊呢個必然啦，都冇乜人中意嚟㗎。
And afterwards, we went to the Lost River Delta. The first ride was Raging Spirits. And one funny side story is that I was wearing the Yonsei jacket from my exchange post-university. And then there were a group of Korean in the queue in front of us. And they asked me in Korean if I am a student from Yonsei. And then I told them, well, technically I was. And I'm not Korean, I'm not Japanese because of my jacket. And I was in Japan, I guess. They were kind of shocked and asked where I came from. This is basically it. After we got off the ride, we got some turkey thigh. We were sitting in front of this thing because it's warm over here. Time flies, the sky was already getting dark at this point. But yeah, we moved on to the other side of this area. And here we are waiting in the queue for Nemo and Friends Sea Rider. I thought this would be like the Stitch encounter in Hong Kong Disney. Turns out there's actually one called Turtle Talk here. Anyways, I didn't know that Avatar would be here as well. The queue for Indiana Jones Adventure was so long. However, as this is one of the biggest rides in Tokyo Disney Sea, we had to get on this ride for sure, no matter how long it takes. Also, I liked the movie Indiana Jones a lot, so it is what it is, you know? As I said before, I really like the waiting area of Disney, and I will say in Tokyo Disney Sea, Indiana Jones Adventure and Tower of Terror would be my favorite. Just look at how detailed it is. If you have ever watched the movie series, you would have known how detailed this is. I have no idea how to describe this. I was just so in love with the whole area because it looks just like the movie. After about an hour, we are almost there! I was so excited about this because everything just looks like the movie! Anyways, when we came out, it was already so dark out there, so we took the Disney Sea Transit steamer line to American waterfront. Basically the whole day, except when we ate the turkey thigh and on any rides or attractions, we barely got the chance to sit down. So I treasure this ride so much because I finally got to rest my feet. But I feel like taking these rides would make you miss out quite some spots to look at. I don't know, it's just a feeling because, you know, they decorate everything, every corner in Disneyland. So, I don't know, I feel like I missed out something. Also, we didn't really spend time at the Mediterranean harbor because it's just in the middle of nowhere and there wasn't any attraction that attracts us to go there. So we skipped that part of the land except when we came in and like right now. And we finally came to the American waterfront. Tower of Terror had been on my bucket list for Disney. It was really interesting that how I found out about this attraction. So I like looking at those Disney influencers on Instagram, and then one day I saw one of those influencers posted about Tower of Terror, and then I looked it up on Google, found out about the whole storyline behind different parts Tower of Terror. So I have always wanted to get on one of those. While we were waiting in the queue, I was telling my friend about the story behind this specific Tower of Terror. She started looking up to see which route would be the scariest. It took me so long to persuade my friend to get on this ride with me because she was afraid of the free fall. I had a really great time, I don't know about her. I also wanted to go onto the Toy Story Mania, but it was already about time to close when we got off Tower of Terror. Dude, the queue was so long. So we just went straight to the gift shop because my friend and I both wanted to grab something from Disney. And you know, Duffy and Friends, they are created by Tokyo Disney Sea, so of course we had to get something. We didn't really wait until the end of the fireworks show because it will be a disaster if we wait until the end. So we just left early and tried to just catch it on the train while we were heading out. But I mean, a lot of people do think the same way, so it was still packed on the train, but it was not as bad. And we were able to catch the firework while we were on the train, so that's a plus point. And we also secure a seat, so that's pretty much it.
上到車仲有位坐。
Cause you matter